If your heart aches for those who feel invisible, you're not alone. Every day, countless individuals walk among us carrying burdens we cannot see. Wounds that are not always physical, but emotional, psychological, and deeply personal. For many, the pain of feeling unseen or unheard can be just as devastating as any visible scar. It's easy to overlook the quiet struggles of those around us, but sometimes, all it takes is a single act of compassion to remind someone that they matter. In a world that often moves too fast, pausing to recognize the invisible battles others face is a powerful gesture of empathy. It's a reminder that even in our darkest moments, we are not truly alone. There are people who care, who notice, and who are willing to stand beside us, even when the rest of the world seems to look away. If your spirit craves hope, you'll want to hear this. Hope is the light that guides us through the darkest tunnels, the gentle whisper that tells us to keep going when everything feels impossible. It's the force that helps us rise after we've fallen, and the reason we reach out for help when we're struggling. For survivors of domestic violence, hope can feel like a distant dream, something just out of reach. But hope is resilient. It can be found in the smallest acts of kindness, in the warmth of a supportive community, and in the courage to believe that tomorrow can be better than today. This story is about hope, how it can be reignited, how it can transform lives, and how it can inspire us all to become beacons of light for those still searching for their way out of the darkness. If you believe one person can change lives, listen up. Throughout history, some of the most profound changes have started with a single individual who refused to accept the status quo. One person's courage, compassion, and determination can ripple outward, touching countless lives in ways they may never fully realize. Whether it's offering a listening ear, lending a helping hand, or standing up for what's right, each of us has the power to make a difference. The story you're about to hear is proof that even the smallest actions, when fueled by love and purpose, can spark a movement that brings hope and healing to an entire community. It's a testament to the idea that change doesn't always require grand gestures. Sometimes it begins with a simple decision to care. When domestic violence hit close to home, this mother refused to stay silent. She saw the pain, the fear, and the isolation that so many survivors endure, often behind closed doors, hidden from the world. Instead of turning away, she chose to confront the issue head-on, determined to break the cycle of silence that keeps so many trapped in the shadows. Her journey was not easy. It was filled with moments of doubt, heartbreak, and frustration. But through it all, she held on to her belief that no one should have to face abuse alone. She listened to the stories of survivors, learned from their experiences, and vowed to create a space where they could find safety, support, and understanding. Her courage became a beacon for others, inspiring them to share their own stories and seek the help they needed to heal. She created Hagar's Heart, a safe haven where survivors can heal, grow, and rediscover their strength. Hagar's Heart is more than just a shelter. It's a community built on trust, empathy, and unwavering support. Here, survivors are welcomed with open arms, free from judgment and fear. The organization offers a range of services designed to address the unique needs of each individual, from emergency housing and counseling to job training and legal assistance. Volunteers and staff work tirelessly to create an environment where survivors feel valued, respected, and empowered to take control of their lives. Through workshops, support groups, and one-on-one mentoring, Hagar's Heart helps survivors rebuild their confidence, develop new skills, and envision a future filled with possibility. The organization's holistic approach recognizes that healing is a journey, one that requires patience, compassion, and a strong network of allies. Imagine walking through dark times, feeling unseen, then finding a community that lifts you up. For many survivors, the path to healing begins with a single step: reaching out for help. It takes immense courage to leave an abusive situation, to trust strangers with your story, and to believe that a better life is possible. At Hagar's Heart, survivors are met with compassion and understanding from the moment they arrive. The community rallies around them, offering not just practical support, but also emotional encouragement and hope. Survivors are given the space to share their experiences, process their emotions, and begin the work of rebuilding their lives. The sense of belonging that comes from being part of a supportive community can be transformative, helping survivors rediscover their self-worth and reclaim their sense of agency. In this nurturing environment, healing becomes possible, and hope is restored. That's what Hagar's Heart offers: counseling, job training, support groups, and a whole lot of love. The organization's programs are designed to address the many challenges that survivors face as they work to rebuild their lives. Professional counselors provide trauma-informed care, helping survivors process their experiences and develop healthy coping strategies. Job training workshops equip participants with the skills they need to secure stable employment and achieve financial independence. Support groups offer a safe space for survivors to connect with others who understand their struggles, share their stories, and celebrate their progress. But perhaps most importantly, Hagar's Heart fosters a culture of love and acceptance, reminding survivors that they are worthy of happiness, respect, and a future free from violence. The organization's holistic approach ensures that every survivor receives the support they need to heal, grow, and thrive. Survivors share stories of courage, of finding their voices, rebuilding their futures, and turning pain into power. Each story is unique, but they all share a common thread: resilience. Survivors speak of the fear and uncertainty they faced, the challenges they overcame, and the strength they discovered within themselves. They talk about the importance of having a safe space to heal, the impact of supportive relationships, and the sense of empowerment that comes from taking control of their own lives. These stories inspire others to believe in their own ability to overcome adversity and to seek the help they need to begin their own healing journey. By sharing their experiences, survivors not only reclaim their voices, but also help to break the stigma surrounding domestic violence, encouraging others to speak out and seek support. It started with one woman's vision. She saw a need in her community, a gap in services, a lack of understanding, and a silence that needed to be broken. Driven by her own experiences and the stories of those around her, she set out to create something new, a place where survivors could find not just shelter, but also hope, healing, and a sense of belonging. Her vision was bold, but she was undeterred by the challenges she faced. She reached out to others, built partnerships, and rallied support from her community. Through her determination and perseverance, she turned her vision into reality, creating a lifeline for survivors of domestic violence and a beacon of hope for all who seek a better future. Now, Hagar's Heart is a lifeline for many. What began as a small initiative has grown into a thriving organization that serves hundreds of survivors each year. The impact of Hagar's Heart extends far beyond its walls, reaching into the broader community and inspiring others to take action. Through outreach programs, educational workshops, and advocacy efforts, Hagar's Heart is working to raise awareness about domestic violence, challenge harmful stereotypes, and promote a culture of respect and equality. The organization's success is a testament to the power of community, the idea that when we come together to support one another, we can create lasting change. Hagar's Heart is proof that hope is contagious, and that even in the face of adversity, love and compassion can prevail. You can help too. Donate, volunteer, or simply spread the word. Every contribution, no matter how small, makes a difference in the lives of survivors. Donations help provide essential resources like food, clothing, and shelter, while volunteers offer their time and talents to support the organization's programs and services. Even sharing information about Hagar's Heart on social media can help raise awareness and connect more survivors with the help they need. There are countless ways to get involved, and every act of kindness brings us one step closer to a world where everyone feels safe, valued, and supported. By joining the movement, you become part of a community that believes in the power of hope, healing, and collective action. Because together, we create hope. When we stand in solidarity with survivors, we send a powerful message. You are not alone, and your story matters. By working together, we can break the cycle of violence, challenge the stigma surrounding domestic abuse, and build a future where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Hope is not just a feeling, it's a collective force that grows stronger with every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, and every step we take toward a more just and compassionate world. At Hagar's Heart, hope is woven into the fabric of everything they do, inspiring survivors to dream big, reach for their goals, and believe in the possibility of a brighter tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories. By staying connected, you'll hear more about the incredible work being done by organizations like Hagar's Heart, learn how you can make a difference in your own community, and be inspired by the resilience and courage of survivors everywhere. Together, we can create a world where hope is never out of reach, and where every person has the support they need to heal, grow, and thrive.